Cambodian migrant workers under Mao to arrive in Thailand next week. The first batch of 226 Cambodian migrant workers to be hired under a new Memorandum of Understanding, MAU, on labour cooperation between the Thai and Cambodian governments will arrive on Tuesday. Minister of Public Works instructs officials to continue with efforts to improve road quality. Senior Minister and Minister of Public Works and Transport, Sihanoukville, instructed relevant officials to continue to improve the quality of roads and train more people to be able to work in the sector. 2 veteran media experts take to the stage at Meta House. 2 British Phnom Penh-based media veterans will soon take the stage at Meta House to showcase their new books and Cambodian experiences in a 1-hour session of entertainment and enlightenment entitled Cambodia, Past and Present at 6:30 p.m. on Wednesday. J Trust Royal Bank opens 2 new branches in Phnom Penh. J Trust Royal Bank, one of the leading financial institutions in Cambodia, hosted an official grand opening of its 2 new branches, Chba Amphof and Sen Sok branches. ASEAN COVID-19 table, the 28th of January 2022. ASEAN as a whole has reported more than 16.4 million COVID-19 cases. Of this, more than 760,000 are active cases as of January 28. Public Service Centre to be established in Sihanoukville. The Ministry of Public Works and Transport plans to set up a public service centre in Sihanoukville of Sihanouk province to bring services closer to the people and make it easier to provide services effectively. Subvariant threat, Cambodia braces for BA.2, which is more infectious than Omicron. Cambodia is bracing for a possible entry of BA.2, a more infectious subvariant of Omicron, which is reported to have caused 1 death in neighbouring Thailand. Investments needed to improve education, training. The government, civil society, and the private sector should work together to improve the education system, vocational training, and private education in Cambodia, said United Kingdom experts during a virtual conference held yesterday. French colonial building in Khe Chnang to be razed. The Kampong Chnang Provincial Administration yesterday approved the demolition of a French colonial-era building housing 13 flats on the grounds that it is too dilapidated to restore. Cambodia reaffirms support for Timor-Leste to join ASEAN. With Timor-Leste's Minister of Foreign Affairs and Cooperation Adalgisa Albertina Xavier Reis Magno in Cambodia on an official 3-day visit, the kingdom has reaffirmed its support for the nation to become an ASEAN member. Prince Chakravuth reinstates sacked Funsin Pek Veep. To challenge a rival faction in the battle for the party presidency, Prince Norodom Chakravuth has reappointed sacked royalist Funsin Pek vice president and veteran politician Paul Bun Shrew. 670 fires last year killed 19 people, injured 35. A total of 18 people were killed and 35 injured in the 670 fire outbreaks reported last year. Mothers fear transmitting C-19 to infants while breastfeeding. In a disturbing trend, mothers are choosing not to exclusively breastfeed their children skin-to-skin over unfounded fears that they could transmit COVID-19 and its variants, leading to malnutrition, according to experts. Indigenous kindergarten pupils to learn in mother tongue in Ratanakari. Ratanakari Provincial Education Department Director Kat Sommel yesterday announced that kindergarten students will be taught 100% in their mother tongue in an effort to curb the high dropout rate of Indigenous students. Several canals rehabilitated in Phnom Penh to avert flooding. The Phnom Penh Municipal Administration has rehabilitated several canals in and outside the city to prevent flooding during the rainy season, which usually causes hardship and suffering to people, especially in villages, and causes untold damages to properties and public infrastructures. CC dismisses complaint over removing names from voter list. The Constitutional Council yesterday dismissed the case of a family who was appealing the National Election Committee's (NEC) decision to remove their names from the voter list for the upcoming election in June. Prudential upgrades its digital platform to issue life insurance policies within minutes. Customers can now gain instant access to view and manage their new policies through Pulse by Prudential. Mkiri authorities on manhunt over 6,000 ha of grabbed land. The Department of Agriculture authorities are on a manhunt to track down those involved in the encroachment of more than 6,000 hectares of forest land since January 5 in Mondulkiri province. The first ever Wing Bank branch is now ready for full banking services. Now customers can visit the first ever state-of-the-art Wing Bank branch to carry out full banking services while enjoying an impeccable experience. Thagraco Company in Kratie Province to employ 20,000 workers. Some 20,000 Cambodians will get to be employed, with the Ministry of Labour directing the Provincial Department of Labour in Kratie and other provinces to recruit the workers for the Thagraco Company in the province. Trial shows video of Rainsy calling PM a traitor. A video of exiled former opposition party leader Sam Rainsy calling Prime Minister Hun Sen a traitor was played as evidence yesterday in Phnom Penh Municipal Court during the ongoing hearing of Rainsy and 20 other former Cambodia National Rescue Party (CNRP) members. Cambodia, China to boost cooperation on mine clearing. Cambodia and the People's Republic of China have agreed to further boost cooperation on mine clearance in Cambodia. Virtual University Fair to happen this weekend. The Ministry of Education, Youth and Sports will organize a virtual university fair on January 29, according to its press release. New asphalt concrete factory planned. The Public Works Ministry plans to build a new asphalt concrete (AC) mixing factory in response to the increase of infrastructure construction. It would be the second AC mixing plant in the kingdom. Anchor Resources expands community development with Indigenous communities in Cambodia. Anchor Resources Corporation has reported it has advanced the agreement with Jirai Indigenous communities by adding a latrine and water filter project, requested by and for communities on the Andong Mis license.